what was your question that you had in your mind?
So, do you think the Dolphins should be in panic mode? I mean, Sunday was like a kick in the balls. You know what I mean? I mean, it should be a wake-up call at least. They're not that bad. They have talent, but they don't have a secondary or an offensive line. They can't stop anybody.
Sunday, if you had to, I had my power rankings, right, 1 through 32. 1 through 10. If you went all the way down to 32, I would consider putting the Dolphins at 32nd based on their performance. Now, that's just 1 week. Mike McDaniel, who's a friend of ours on this program, basically when he was asked if was there anything positive, and the positive thing he said that we got embarrassed, that maybe that will shake a locker room or shake the insides of his team. Now, that's not the way you want to do that, but so, thanks for the call, James, and hang in there. Please call back more often. Let's be there for you if you want to hear a voice actually,
good, James.
Person to person. This was McDaniel today when talking about Tua, who had multiple interceptions, as we know.
I think I saw, quarterback play that was less than to be desired, which Tua absolutely knows. But that was. He's the captain, the franchise quarterback, and everybody kind of fell victim to something similar. I also know that he's very, very much like most quarterbacks, to be honest, where you're putting a lot of work into something, and your first time doing it for a collective 4 quarters in months, you're not at your best. My biggest thing is I don't want to make the same mistakes twice. I don't want to have things happen for no reason or in vain. You make them purposeful by improving upon the things that you failed at, and then making sure that your teammates do the same. So he's comfortable with that. In terms of it, we need to be better collectively. He and everybody else needs to be better for us to get done what we want to get done.
And I understand Dolphin fans, Mike's style of speaking, where he took 60 seconds to say, guy stunk, he can't do that anymore, we got to be better. Yeah. But that's just the way he talks. That's his style of speaking. He's a very, cerebral guy and spiritual as well. And I know when you don't win, that comes across as unserious, and it comes across as just do it, man. I don't want to hear it him anymore. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you lose 33-8, which is a problem because he does have the abilities to coach and lead and figure stuff out. So are they in panic mode? Ish. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you
think
have to
for sure. Yeah, Jeremy Fowler had a report today that teams have been calling about Tyreek Hill already.
They're not going to give him up yet.
Yeah, they said no, and
of course
we'll
they
revisit.
say no.
But
of course they say no, man. And that's the whole thing, is that it's panic mode for fans. Yeah. We're waiting for week 2 to happen. It can't come fast enough for this team, I imagine, because they want to wipe the taste of what happened out of their mouths and prove that they are better than this, and I understand. And he's not going to sit there. He's not going to sit there and say that was one of Tua's worst games. We're paying him $50-something million a year. He can't do that. He just can't do this. He
sort
can't
of said that, which is
But you can't. But as a coach, you can't just come out and say it.
Right.
Like, not everyone's that Oregon State coach who basically said, the punt game was effing terrible. Like, you can't do that in the NFL. You can't do that. Like, this guy's being paid a mint, and 33-8 ain't what you're paying for, and he knows it too. So there you come the New England Patriots, who have their own reasons to go in and prove week 1 was an anomaly, and that's a big division game.
Big.
And the Dolphins have got to go home and hold serve at home. You can't lose division games at home. The Bears are going to feel that sting all week and maybe all season when they're taking on the Vikings. You can't lose division games at home. So hold serve. Tua always does well against New England. If that is the case again, then week 1 we're not forgetting about it, but it feels a hell of a lot better now that you're 1-1, moving into that massive Thursday night game in Buffalo. And then they win that one. Basically, the Dolphins can look at this and say, we have a 5-day stretch next week that wipes all of week 1 out. Let's do it. Now, as our caller said, the secondary, that was my concern coming in. I mean, they suffered injuries and then swapped out Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick. We'll see, man. But this is a big game, and they have a 5-day period where they can wipe it all out. And if not, then maybe panic mode sets in and Tyreek's playing for a different team. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.